The town of Havenbrook slumbered. Nestled amidst rolling hills, it lay beneath a canopy of stars. The night was serene, with the gentle hum of crickets providing a soothing soundtrack to the town's slumber. The hills, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, seemed to cradle Havenbrook in a protective embrace. A gentle breeze rustled through the leaves of ancient oaks, whispering tales of forgotten times. These trees had stood for centuries, silent witnesses to the passage of time and the stories of generations. Their leaves danced in the wind, creating a symphony of rustling that added to the night's tranquility. The air held the sweet scent of honeysuckle, a comforting aroma that promised peace. The flowers in full bloom released their fragrance into the night, mingling with the earthy scent of the forest. It was a scent that brought back memories of childhood and simpler times. Few lights flickered within the quaint houses, a testament to the tranquil night. The soft glow from the windows hinted at the lives within, families gathered around fireplaces sharing stories and dreams. The village, though small, was a tapestry of interconnected lives, each thread contributing to the whole. Mara sat on her porch swing, gazing at the sky. The swing creaked softly with her movements, a familiar sound that brought her comfort. She often found herself here, lost in thought, the vastness of the sky offering a sense of freedom that the confines of her small town could not. She found solace in the vastness above, a stark contrast to the predictability of her small town. The stars, twinkling like diamonds, seemed to hold endless possibilities, each one a beacon of hope and adventure. Mara's heart yearned for something more, something beyond the familiar streets of Havenbrook. Each twinkling star seemed to hold a secret, a story waiting to be told. Mara imagined the tales they could share, of distant worlds and extraordinary journeys. She felt a connection to the stars, as if they understood her deepest desires and dreams. She often lost herself in their light, dreaming of adventures beyond the horizon. In her mind she traveled to far-off lands, met fascinating people, and experienced wonders beyond her wildest imagination. These dreams were her escape, her way of coping with the monotony of everyday life. A shooting star blazed across the sky, leaving a trail of shimmering dust. Mara's eyes widened in awe as she watched its fiery descent. It was a rare and magical sight, one that filled her with a sense of wonder and possibility. Mara made a silent wish, her heart filled with a familiar longing. She closed her eyes and whispered her deepest desire to the night sky, hoping that the universe would hear her plea. It was a ritual she had performed many times, each wish a reflection of her innermost hopes and dreams. Little did she know the heavens had heard her plea. The stars seemed to twinkle brighter, as if acknowledging her wish. Mara felt a strange sense of anticipation, a feeling that something extraordinary was about to happen. Something extraordinary was about to unfold. The air grew still and the night seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. Mara's heart raced with excitement and curiosity, wondering what the universe had in store for her. The stillness of the night shattered. A sudden deafening roar filled the air, breaking the tranquility and sending shockwaves through the town. The peaceful night was transformed into a scene of chaos and confusion. A deafening roar echoed through the valley, shaking the very foundations of Havenbrook. The ground trembled, and the houses quivered, as if in fear. The once serene night was now filled with a sense of impending doom. Mara watched in disbelief as a fiery object descended from the sky, its trajectory aimed directly toward the heart of the town. Her mind raced with questions and fears, wondering what this mysterious object could be and what it meant for Havenbrook. Panic surged through Mara. She scrambled off the porch, her heart pounding in her chest. The fiery object grew larger with each passing second, its descent illuminating the night sky with an unnatural pulsating blue light. It was no meteor. This was something different, something alien. People poured out of their homes, drawn by the commotion and the growing light. Whispers turned to shouts as the object crashed into the nearby woods, sending tremors through the ground. Fear mingled with curiosity as the townsfolk gathered, their faces illuminated by the eerie blue glow emanating from the crash site. Driven by a force she couldn't explain, Mara found herself racing towards the woods, leaving the stunned townspeople behind. Fear gnawed at her, yet she couldn't ignore the pull, the irresistible urge to see what had fallen from the sky. The air grew heavy, charged with an energy that crackled against her skin as she pushed through the undergrowth. And then she saw it. In the center of a crater, nestled amongst the splintered trees, lay a massive crystalline star. Mara approached cautiously, her hand outstretched. The closer she got, the stronger the energy field became, a tangible hum vibrating through the air. It felt ancient, powerful, and strangely alluring. She reached the edge of the crater and stared in awe at the fallen star. The star was a kaleidoscope of refracted light, its surface a swirling mass of blue energy contained within a crystalline structure. It pulsed with a life force she could feel in her very bones. As she gazed at it, mesmerized, a single beam of light shot out from the star, enveloping her hand in its warmth. A jolt surged through her, sending shock waves of energy coursing through her veins. Mara cried out, pulling back her hand instinctively. But the light held her fast, not with force but with a gentle insistence. Images flashed through her mind, a kaleidoscope of stars, swirling galaxies and ancient symbols she couldn't comprehend. Then a voice echoed in her mind, soft yet filled with an ageless wisdom. "Do not be afraid, child. We have been waiting for you." Mara stood frozen, caught between the overwhelming power of the fallen star and the voice resonating within her mind. The air around her seemed to hum with an ancient energy, a force that felt both familiar and alien. She could feel the weight of countless ages pressing down upon her, as if the very fabric of time was converging at this singular moment. It felt as if a part of her had always known, had always been waiting for this moment. The realization washed over her like a tidal wave, bringing with it a sense of destiny that she could not ignore. She had always felt different, out of place in her quiet village, and now she understood why. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The question seemed to echo in the vastness of her mind, reverberating through the corridors of her thoughts. She felt a connection to the voice, a bond that transcended the physical world. "I am the astral forge," the voice replied, its tone ancient and ethereal. It carried the weight of eons, a timeless presence that spoke of creation and destruction, of beginnings and endings. The name resonated within her, stirring memories that were not her own. "I am the heart of creation, the keeper of cosmic energy, and I have fallen to this world for a purpose." The words filled her with a sense of awe and responsibility. She could feel the immense power of the astral forge, a force that could shape worlds and alter destinies. The voice paused, and Mara felt a sense of urgency building within it. "A darkness approaches, child." The words sent a shiver down her spine, a cold dread that settled in the pit of her stomach. She could sense the looming threat, a shadow that sought to engulf the light. "An order seeks to control my power, to bend it to their will." The voice grew darker, more ominous. "They are relentless, driven by greed and ambition. They will stop at nothing to seize the astral forge and use it for their own ends." Mara listened, captivated and terrified in equal measure. The enormity of the situation was almost too much to bear. She felt a mixture of fear and determination, knowing that she had a role to play in the unfolding events. The star's words painted a picture of a universe far grander and more dangerous than she could have ever imagined. She saw visions of distant galaxies, of cosmic battles fought in the void of space. The scale of it all was overwhelming, yet she felt a strange sense of belonging. Her life in Havenbrook, once predictable and safe, now seemed like a distant memory. The village that had been her entire world now felt small and insignificant in the face of the cosmic forces at play. She realized that her destiny lay far beyond the boundaries of her home. "What do they want?" Mara asked, her voice a mere whisper. The question was loaded with fear and curiosity. She needed to understand the true nature of the threat she was facing. "They seek to harness the astral forge, to wield its power for their own selfish desires," the voice responded, a low thrum of anger vibrating within its words. The anger was palpable, a righteous fury that spoke of the injustice of their intentions. "But the forge is not a weapon to be wielded," the voice was firm, resolute. "It is a force of creation, meant to safeguard the balance of the cosmos." The words were a reminder of the true purpose of the astral forge, a purpose that transcended the petty ambitions of those who sought to control it. "It is a force of creation, meant to safeguard the balance of the cosmos." The voice echoed with a sense of duty and responsibility. Mara felt a deep connection to this mission, a calling that she could not ignore. She knew that she had to protect the astral forge, to ensure that its power was used for the greater good. Brace your destiny, Mara, the voice urged, its tone both gentle and commanding. It was as if the voice knew her fears and sought to soothe them. The power within you is awakening. It has always been there, lying dormant. Itself was telling her that she was not alone in this journey. And a new image flooded Mara's mind.